I'm recording on here so that I'm just going to send it over to my YouTube page. And you can see that we haven't played any games. Right? Okay, anyway, so here we are. Look, what's happening? What's going on out there? How are you feeling? Because today has been a kind of wonky day for me. I haven't truly felt amazing or like myself. I've more felt like a zombie sitting in a house doing, work and trying to remember to be disciplined and do all the things that make me healthy and take care of my body. And some days are just a little bit off, and that's where I'm at a little bit. Can you all hear me? That's what I can't. Oh, there we go. There's people now watching. Okay, I didn't see that. It wasn't showing me. Hi, Sarah, or Sarah and Billy and Kissy. And I'm just, being a zombie in my house. And how many of you have gotten turned on to TikTok? TikTok? Let's say, it's absolutely hilarious, and I strongly suggest that if you are bored in the house and you're in the house bored, you're bored in the house and you're in the house bored, you're bored in the house and you're in the house bored, you're bored in the house and you're in the house bored, you're bored and you're in the house bored, is you get TikTok and you watch that because it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Soon, who knows, maybe I'll be posting on TikTok too, but I doubt it, because then you got to do all these dancing, or it might be fun. So, oh, good, you can hear me. Perfect. So we don't have any zombies out there. Everybody's listening, or they're listening and watching TikTok. Which one are you doing? Because it's fun. So, oh, you have TikTok. It's a bunch of fun, isn't it? This Saturday is going. I did get a hold of everybody. Actually, I haven't gotten a hold of you yet, but I did get whoever sent me their emails, which I told you while we were watching. I'm going to do a test drive group mediumship on Zoom, and I will go from there. And we will. What will we do? We'll have fun. Look, I'm going to put in the background. I'm going to put a background up now. So I have what it will end up looking like is that you will. Here we go. We'll put it back up. Is it working? Oh, look at that. It shows up in my eyes. That's how light my eyes are. Is that it thinks, oh, and my teeth too. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if you can't chew gum and talk at the same time, do not listen to me and watch TikTok, because you'll just get pulled away by TikTok, because they're so funny. They're so funny. There's so many funny people out there during quarantine. That's so awesome. I wish I was half as funny as they were. I think they have like a minute and 40 seconds to be funny. Anybody could be funny for a minute and 40 seconds. I'm like full on funny. How long? 15 minutes? Oh, 15 seconds. We can be funny for 15 seconds, right? Anybody can be funny for 15 seconds. So, so let's talk about, on here. Hi, Krista. Hi, Heather. Hi, Amy. Hi, Amy. There are a couple of Amy's. There's Zayla, Brandy, Wanda, James, Kissy. I already said hi to you, Kissy. I think I said hi to you. If I didn't say hi to you, I'm saying hi to you now. So what do you think you can be doing during this COVID time that would help you work towards your goals that you're not doing? Because resistance is part of the game here. Oh, hello to you, Megan. What are you doing that you're resisting doing that can help you get to a goal, get to some other, let's talk about it. Let's talk about these things that are happening that you can. It's funny. I was just talking to a best friend of mine, and we were on the phone, and she's like, well, it's a good thing I'm not being interviewed today, because I'd be like, I don't know. And the truth is, if you are in this COVID thing with kids, and they can hear you all the time. How's that going for you guys? Oh, they're saying thumbs up. It's not. That's what one of them just said, is not going for them. It's not going for them as well as they would like. Not going well for anybody. So when I laugh, these things like to come out. So it's kind of, I don't have, it's definitely an experience when you are, it's part of like being in the world and having kids, and just, I'm very, very grateful to have this time and to be with them. And it's a great time to start to learn really about your shadows, a lot about your shadow self, potentially. You're resisting everything. It's like a ton of bricks tied around me. That's a really important thing. You know what I would suggest on that is that, Krista, is that you start to kind of make friends with resistance. Because if we rail against what we think we should be doing this, we should be doing this, we need to be doing this, we should be doing that, how are we going to do all of this when we should be, stopping, we can't watch any of the Simpsons because we have to schoolwork. Well, schoolwork. That was sneaky. That was sneaky, like a schoolwork, because we have schoolwork, or you have work to do. I mean, the truth is your work right now is in being with yourself and accepting that, you know what, some days you feel like you want to do things and some days you feel like you don't want to do things, and want to be okay with both extremes of those, so that if you're okay with the extremes, all of a sudden the extremes become less and less, and you start to feel where you're guided to move and where you're wanting to move, because this is about you receiving guidance. And we talked a little bit about that everybody does receive guidance from spirit in one way or another. Can be from dreams, can be from it can be from doing things that you're hearing somebody, feeling somebody. Yeah, trust. I mean, just trusting that our path and where we're at right now is where we're needing to be. We're allowing ourselves this space to, like I said, have a good time and not have a good time at the same time, and allowing those sort of pressures on us to try and alleviate our own stress. Now, it's interesting I am home because of the worsening COVID. So my goal is to support my kids and work on your mental health. I love that. Working on your mental health right now is really important. How do we do that? We do it by making sure we're talking to somebody. We do it by, you can do teletherapy. You do telecoaching. I'm doing telecoaching. When this is all over, we're going to have a Janny Fest. That's kind of funny. You can do a lot of things to support yourself, but one of the things that's super important to do is to get it out of your body, get it out of your head. And this is why I'm such an advocate. I'm such an advocate for people whenever they start working with me. And I'm an advocate for it for myself. I've shown you, I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 different little notebooks right here. 4 different little notebooks all over the place. I think I showed this to you guys. I had just started it, right? This is how much I've written so far. Like, I end up writing big and I write all over the place. So I just do like a bunch of little stuff. But writing what is going on with you is super important. So getting it out of your head and onto paper, so you're not running that like hamster wheel over and over and over again. You begin to look at it. So here's what I want to actually, I didn't think we were going to go talk about this because I didn't really know what we were going to talk about till right now. Last night, we started watching Groundhog's Day. Now tell me we're not living in a Groundhog's Day. Like, it feels like the same day over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We are living in this time where we have in the movie. Let's just talk about the parallels between the movie and our life right now. We have this experience where each day feels the same. Obviously, it's not the same day. It's not Groundhog's Day over and over again, but it feels the same. We're able to, he went through a lot of different things when Bill Murray was playing that actor, when he was acting in the movie, where it was a state of disbelief, a state of immense depression, where he was trying to off himself every day. Now, don't do that, because that's not reversible. So don't do that. But definitely do see how he began to accept where he was and try and make the most of it. Try and become more of who he originally wanted to be, who he really was, that made him happy. And all the other things fell away. What if you use this time to do the same thing? You really dive into what makes you happy. Write it down. Write down the things that make you happy. Focus on those things and let everything else fall away. Fall it all away. Just allow it to be, and not a part of your life anymore. So you're not focusing on it. You're not building up that, that deep desire and your alignment to this thing you do not want, because it's been a part of your life this whole time. You don't want it, you don't want it, you don't want it, but somehow it's still showing up over and over and over again, because you keep focusing on it over and over and over again, making that be part of your alignment. Well, you keep looking at it and giving it attention and thinking about it and going over it. What I'm saying is change the narrative. Change the narrative in your mind, so you're able to I would suggest, especially Heather, you have one or two. If we could visit, I'd just give you a couple, because I always have. Oops, I should have brushed my hair a little bit better. I always have extras on hand. Is that I would give you I give you one to write down what your fears are. Write them down. Where are you fearful? What are you fearful about? And then get another one, which here it is. I haven't opened it up yet, but I do have another one floating around. This is just not ready to use it. Is you have another one and you write down what you want, what makes you happy. And then when you look into it, you look into what makes you happy on a daily basis. And what I want you to do, what I'm going to encourage you to do, is that you every day, let's say you are you've been furloughed, or you're out of work, you're looking to expand what you're doing. What would I love to do that people would love to pay me to do? And then I just want you to free write for 5 to 10 minutes. Let's just say 7 minutes. You put a timer on 7 minutes. What would I love to do that people would love to pay me to do? And then you free write for 7 minutes. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's like, I would love for people, my dream is to shine shoes. Then make sure you delve into that. I want to shine shoes. I like being around people. I like being of service. You can extend what you're talking about. I like aglets for shoelaces. I like whatever they are, whatever, I dig leather, whatever it is about this experience, expand upon it, and then allow it to become something that begins to blossom inside of you. And guess what? And then next day, you're going to write, what would I love to do that people would love to pay me to do? And you're going to allow this to become a narrative that you begin to investigate, and you begin to bubble up all of these things that that can help you and assist you in getting aligned to your dreams for yourself. Now, the only way you can change what's happening is if you begin to not align to a future self, but align to look onto what you want now, what you're seeing now, what your beliefs are now. So when those things begin to shift and happen, kids, I'm recognizing everything that's happening right now. Hang on one second. Okay, bear, butterfly, off. Yep. So, but you got to do it on that. It's just that commitment for you to understand what you're wanting to see, how you're wanting to be, what you're wanting to dream into. Those are the things that I'm going to really want to encourage you to look at right now, because this can be a very scary time, because nothing is, because it's not as clear when things will end. I mean, especially given how things kind of went today, we'll see what happens, because you can't. Oh, I guess I'm just like saying, you can't predict a flattening of a curve right now. You actually have to give it some time. So let's make sure that we're really being aware of where we want to put our energy. So even in the resistance, you're going to come up with, why are you resisting? Resistance is just important as knowing, because once you get done, because this is such a great time for it, isn't it? Because we're seeing all these places that we're resisting all the time. It's coming up in daily life, in this Groundhog Day experience of what you're resisting and how you're resisting it. And we may not know the why, but understanding that it is a resisting, that's amazingly perfect. I mean, it's the perfect place to be right now, is start to recognize that resistance happens. And we're going to be talking a lot this week about resistance. So I really want to encourage you to stay a part of this conversation, because this week is going to be a week about COVID-19 resistance. What are we resisting? What are we resisting? Maybe looking at why we're resisting it, and how to uncover what is going on with inside of us, so that we can then, again, this goes all the way back to mediumship every time, or intuitiveness, or empathicness, or whatever you want to call it. You can't be a clear channel unless you begin to work your stuff out. And although Ursula and I spoke yesterday about things, we didn't necessarily hit on that as much as we would have loved to, actually. And that's why I want to announce that Ursula and I will be doing some sort of regular experience like that. And I'm not sure how it's going to look. It's going to unfold itself, and it's going to be pretty amazing, as it's going to be the most amazing thing ever. Please stop now. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. So Ursula and I are going to be doing this a lot. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to be posting things as they happen. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was, it's in about 2 weeks. I'm also going to be interviewing Susan Redwine. I have posted a lot of her things. Oh, this is my favorite cheese, by the way, in case the best cheese in the world. If I come over for a group reading and you have this cheese, I will give you an extra hug. I'm just saying. Okay, so Susan Redwine is an NDE experiencer, and I am going to be shifting this channel to talk to you about her experience, other people's experience. I'm going to be talking to many different people within the metaphysical world, and how they approach their work, and how they look to assist you, and how they look to assist themselves. So I just want to say that to you. And what else do I want to say? I think we're all done. I think we're done for today. I just want to thank you for tuning in today. See light, be light, and share this with everybody you know. Talk about and send me questions, direct message me them. I'm more than happy to answer any questions about anything. And it also, you might have a question that somebody else has, and be brave enough to ask, because we can then begin to hit that one out of the park, so that it doesn't have to bother you or anybody else into the future. Okay. So, this week, I like the idea. This week is resistance. We're going to be talking about resistance to this change in ourselves, to try. Oh, here, I'll do that. You got it? Oh, yeah. This change in this resistance to ourselves, the resistance to wanting to change something, and what are all the ins and outs of that? So if you have any questions about resistance, don't hesitate to give me a call, or actually private message me. And I do have a client very soon. So see light, be light. I'll see you tomorrow night with resistance number 2. Bye.